But I would like to comment on this game at the moment that's about to go on. You've got Toby on the left side there, and uh, who is the other person's
James
name?
James.
On
Yes.
the right side. James is flying a TIE Swarm.
Yeah, I'm beginning to question why I decided to have that up in the stream, but there you go.
And Toby is flying a 3 advanced list.
Gotta love those advanced, man.
Yes, they've all got their vital title upgrades. And they have also got the guidance chips because they're all carrying munitions, baby.
Oh yes, we've been waiting for munitions to be kind of good and viable for a long time.
Yes.
And while they're not perfect still, they are getting better.
I don't know. The first game I played against was a triple contracted scout list that were all had munitions and guidance chips.
Yes.
And it other than the fact that I didn't roll very well, it completely wrecked off my forces. Completely.
And here comes our other co-commentator back from the John, as it were.
Oh no, I was talking to Toby.
Okay, fair enough. Yes.
So all of Toby's pilots are 9.
Yeah, I kind of figured that I did.
Yeah.
I did predict that, but
yeah, just to clarify that Juno has got adaptability. No, Juno's got one of them's got adaptability, the other's got VR.
Wait, have you got the buy then, Mr. Turner?
I have got the buy this round.
Would you like to join us as a
I
guest
would love to join
commentator?
as a guest commentator
Yes.
this round. Why not? In fact, I'll perch myself. Tell you what, if I perch myself here, and then you can sit there.
I'll get another table or something. I'll get a chair.
Right, I
Or
can perch myself in the
so we have Chris
seat
Turner
there.
joining us in the booth as a guest
Hello.
commentator this round.
Thank you for.
This is what we did last year, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I am getting
In the old
yes. I mean,
nostalgia here, isn't it?
No, it's a bit deja vu, isn't it? Yeah, it's last
Seems a
week
bit
doing
nostalgic.
the thing last year.
deja vu with 3 of us in here, boxes all around us.
And empty drink stands.
Yeah.
Gosh,
Been a while. Looking forward to the regionals as well, because that's coming up in May.
yes.
You were sort of about
I'm an iron about that one. I know for a fact I'm probably not going to be playing it. I'll probably be helping with either judging or commentating.
of course, yeah.
So this is a good experience again for me, even though I've done it before. But hey, it's all right.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking, because, with all the setup and the fact that, we need to have breaks every now and then, maybe a 3-team commentator is not actually a
It's
bad
not
idea.
too bad idea, actually.
So,
no.
maybe it's wise us going back to the old 3-man routine.
Yeah, it would be nice because you get
It's been
3
useful
different...
me doing the running. Wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and they'll just give our kind of chat excuses to call us the 3 Stooges, but there you go.
Or the 3 Musketeers, which everybody got.
I prefer that one.
So what we got here, guys, is we're seeing two of the lists I really wanted to see facing off each other as well. So the good old-fashioned TIE Swarm, yeah.
Well, it's a combination of the TIE-FOs and the regular TIEs, I believe, as well. So
Yeah.
very interesting combination between the two. And I've already explained about Toby's TIE Advanced, 3 TIE Advanced with munitions, guidance chips, and some TIE titles with the TIE Advanced targeting computers.
Yeah.
So they're going to do a decent amount of damage.
Yeah.
Coming from both the Alpha Strike and the After Effects as well.
Yeah. So there's the list that Toby is running today.
Just to tell you guys why Elliot sets up the overlay here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, Chris and I will have a chat now.
We'll continue this.
We have to work out squeezing 6 ships on their right hand side. Anywho, so one thing, Toby actually paints his own ships, so that's what we're seeing.
I have to admit, I did show them my Enterprise while I was killing time.
Cool.
Yeah. So they have seen Toby's work.
So Toby leads his own company called Maverick Studios, and he does a lot of the work for some of our local players here at Norwich Athena Games. He has painted, obviously, you've seen Elliot's Star Trek ship. And
you have to tell me some contempt in that.
I forgot the name of the ship. You just said it. I'm like, oh damn. And the other one, I've got Kath Scarlet that he painted very nicely for me for my birthday. So
yeah,
he does quite a lot of work. If you want to look at some of his work, Maverick Studios. Just giving him a little promotion there.
Yeah.
It'd be very nice to see.
Well, he's a mage, you
Yeah,
know, and also he's a good man.
He's a very honest individual, and I will vouch completely for him in terms of if you want some work done, he will get it done and do it properly for you. But moving on to the list.
Moving on to the list. So Darth Vader, Cluster Missiles, we all know is that double attack business with Deadeye, isn't it?
Yeah.
Talk to me about guidance chips. So I don't know anything
Guidance chips is one of the new cards that comes from the comes into the sort of helping the munitions sort of side of things. It allows you to change one of your die results to a hit or a critical if your attack value is 3 or higher. Now, in this case, he is tying to advanced, so he's only ever going to change those to hits. But that still means if he doesn't roll entirely well, that's still almost a guaranteed hit on one of the attacks. However, if he's firing with the cluster missiles, he can only choose one of those attacks, because you only do it once per turn. So he's got to choose which one he's going to benefit more off on that initial cluster missiles.
Radio. Okay, great. So Darth Vader has the TIE-X1, cluster missiles, Deadeye, guidance chips, advanced targets, computer. Marek Steel has advanced homing missiles, guidance chips, advanced targeting computer as well, the TIE-X1. Veteran Instincts, bargaining Marek Steel up to 9.
Yeah.
And Juno Eclipse is going to have adaptability, so Toby's elected to put her up to 9 as well, so we have all the 9s down the board there. Photo Pockets, TIE-X1, guidance chips again, and advanced target computer.
He has taken a very interesting approach in this in regards to each ship has its own different munitions. So obviously we're seeing Juno with the Prockets, as we like to call them, or proton rockets, being able to deal 6 dice worth of damage depending on how well he rolls. Then again, he's got that guidance chips to change one of those to a hit as well, which will definitely benefit him in the long run. In fact, they're all running guidance chips, so they're all going to benefit off that initial alpha strike when they all throw all their ordnance towards the enemy. However, he's got to pick his targets with this one, because he is facing a 7 TIE swarm.
Yes, then that's is it 7 or is it 6? No,
It is 7 TIE. So we have 1 TIE FO and 6 TIE fighters. We have on the screen right now Epsilon Leader with nothing on it, Howlrunner with the swarm tactics on it, and finally just 5 regular but still pretty decent Academy pilots.
Yeah. So let's have a quick chat with Audio Weasel, because he seems to be talking with himself on the chat there.
How you doing?
You're amused, and you are amused that your wife downstairs hears laughter and British accents. We are not drinking tea as we talk about the
we are actually drinking
space battles.
We're actually drinking Pepsi.
Yeah,
Lots of Pepsi. So
I know I've got a problem. All right.
So thank you for Audio Weasel for sort of staying at 6:30 over there. I don't know where you are, Audio Weasel. If you let us know, that'd be great. Yeah, if you're still there, that is.
Are you finding a major disadvantage in only having 2 ships? I'm guessing that's aimed at me. It's not a terrible choice, admittedly. I do find that if one goes down very quickly, I'm at a very big disadvantage, because I'm facing a lot of small ships today. There's a lot of small ships, swarms, obviously 3 regular ships and stuff like that. The first round I faced 3 big ships. It's not too much of a problem if I can generally fly well, which in the second round I actually flew pretty decently. I actually almost flew off the board and managed to bring myself just back on it as well, which is really good. But if the dice rolls just don't agree with me, that's it. That's pretty much game for me. I can't really do too much after that. But it's kind of gone left and right. The flying has gone extremely well, but just the dice rolls and my really bad luck. But
yeah, in answer to your question, Audio Weasel, yeah, that's where the Epsilon and the Leader allows the shedding of stress, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, it does. It's the one that allows you to shed the stress. So, in a way, you've got kind of a good list here with the ships to be able to do K turns and not have to worry about too much about their stress, providing Epsilon Leader is there. And there, of course, is Toby setting up there. I believe that's Marek Steel. Yeah, that's
Marek Steel.
That's Marek Steel there at the top there.
Then he's probably going to place Juno next, I believe. No, that's Vader. Vader is always the darker one, so the dark horse I like to call him, but because of the
there is Darth.
But that's Darthy. And Juno Eclipse is going to be the last one that he places. I love that artwork though.
Yeah, the artwork is.
We've just seen that James. Once we change the names in a minute, James is.
You're going to have your work cut out for you, aren't you?
Thank you very much.
So, hello to Virginia. Audio Weasel's coming from Virginia there, all the way in sort of North America.
Yeah.
So,
I'm no
streaming all the way into Virginia. Wow.
Geography wasn't my strong point. Yes, so it's going to quickly change the names here. So it's James. If we pull up, where's the list here? Round 3 pairings. Here we go. So we got James Taylor Shaw, not James. So James.
Are you going to squeeze us in?
Probably not. T Shaw. Let's put that.
No, it's sharing.
T Sharer. There we go. And then of course Toby Brown, who's been with us for quite a while. Toby's a regular here, isn't he? Ben?
Toby is a regular here. He's one of the Norwich players and a good friend of ours, actually. So, as we said, promoting his business slightly there, but
Which we probably shouldn't be doing.
we shouldn't be doing. But it's nice to
And
have a local.
Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, here we go. Beautiful, interesting layouts. All of the asteroids are already down. I believe they were getting ready to start. Coming with that first Academy pilot, doing the 3 forward, I believe.
Yeah, it's one of those unseen things. As everyone just starts just going into it. Slow start as usual for most people.
Yeah, I think if anything, you've got to have a slow start in this situation. Just because you've got to figure out where your opponent's going to go first. Once you've figured out where your opponent is generally going, you can then go from there and go, right, I can play around this.
Yeah.
Superb job done by Elliot there for getting all of those
ships
all squeezed in
tokens.
onto James's side.
Well, the upgrades are coming. They're pending, essentially.
They are pending. He is working on it, guys. Just bear with us. So what do you guys think of the fancy dial upgrades? So Toby is displaying an excellent fancy dial upgrades there, I should mention. He's already bought his as well and placed it on the table. I've actually bought mine as well today. I got my Scum one as well.
So what are they? They're just sort of
they are
protectors,
basically
almost.
protectors, and basically you put your dial in it, and it's basically a new dial, just a new dial case for your dial. And they're really nice, good quality, and generally really nice and smooth to move as well. You have to really press them down though, because else they will sort of be very loose. And they do sort of become basically a wheel and just spin around violently. So you have to really press it down to lock it in. But other than that, they are really good quality, really nice to move around. And you get a little picture of your ship on the front. What's better than that?
Which actually helps.
It does in some cases, yeah. But as you can see, Toby is actually using his Imperial ones at the to the left there. And you have noticed the red probably dots. That's because he's painted his Imperial cogs red on his dials.
What do I think of the fancy dial upgrades?
Which are those? Basically, that's what we were talking about, the cases. What do you think of them, Andy?
I don't know if I like them at all. I don't see the point, but to be
I guess it's just blinging it out, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it's something else you have to buy.
Oh, here we go. Toby going with a 3 bank there,
Chris,
going for the barrel.
Do me a favour and go and confirm what one Har Runner is, please.
That one's Har Runner.
Yeah.
That is
Sure.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I saw him earlier.
It may not be that one, but yeah.
He put the cards down next to Har Runner.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Cool. Andy on the job there, doing a good amount. Another one by doing his initial move that he's done with me, which is the initial 3 bank into the barrel roll to get both arcs centered down that line. He's done this several times. In fact, however, he's just out for a good range 3 hit there, which means he's not going to be throwing too much ordnance at the moment. He's missing that target lock, so he's just going to take the focus with the second action. And that is Vader done, moving forward with Juno.
You can also fit one of the ID tokens in the back of the actual ships. And here's Juno Eclipse, probably changing the maneuver.
Doing probably the change of maneuver. So he is doing a 5 forward with Juno rather than a 4 forward, which he initially revealed. If any of you who don't know, Juno Eclipse can, when you reveal her dial, she can change her speed of her maneuver up by 1 or down by 1.
Very handy versatility for that card.
Yes, definitely. Especially if you've got push the limit. Gives her a lot more versatility with the greens as well. The TIE Mark II ion engine title allows the banks to be green as well if you play a push the limit build. But in this case, we're not. What have you done?
Don't do anything.
And now we are seeing, I believe, the setup for the next go. I'd like to point out that there was a very interesting start from James there, where the TIFO, the Epsilon leader, he actually placed off near the corner, but he placed it facing towards the south in terms of looking at it at the angle.
Yeah, and he turned in.
Then turned it in for a beautiful, I guess you could say, T formation, which is means he's right at the back. He's not going to get caught out too much. And in context, he's just done a good job with that.
Why are these
Da-
different?
da- da-
Why are
da-
these
da-
different?
Yeah, it's fine. There we go.
Don't
So-
worry too much. It's okay. It's
There we
peeking on
go.
the stream there, so it's fine.
There we go. So the formation is there.
Okay.
Okay.
Did
Okay.
you?
Hmm?
Yep, that's fine. I'm
Yep,
just
you're on.
I'm following sort of it as well.
Yeah.
So
Right, okay. Were we not on mute then?
I'm
Are we
guessing
on
you were on mute, and then we were.
Yeah, I've unmuted.
You know what I mean? That's cool.
We were on mute and we did all that talk.
That's all right. All right.
No,
That was just now.
Oh,
Okay.
okay, yeah.
That's fine. All sorted. So, obviously, while placements are being placed down, I'd like to just talk about the interesting predicament that Toby is in right now, because he's facing 7 ties right now. 7 TIE fighters that he's going to come across, and, well, he's got to hope that he can basically outmatch 6 worths of damage. Or basically 7 worths of attack rolls.
It's going to be awkward for him. I mean, I don't know what other people think or who actually is listening on the Twitch feed here, but I've always been quite interested on see how a TIE swarm would fare with these new ships, because let's face it was when Wave 1 was out and the game was originally released. It was a sort of the British national winner with Keith,
Yes.
who we don't see so much anymore.
No.
But yeah, so the British national champion Keith, he obviously flew TIE Swarm a lot. I think the second competitive game I ever played was against him, and I had a Hawk and various other things that I didn't really know what was going on, and he mashed me. He absolutely mashed me with his TIE Swarm. Now, I'd like to see it probably again, but come up against maybe those K-Wings, because I think the K-Wings, boy, we saw from the last match with Sean, I don't know if they will do so well against such a swarm list. You know, I mean, if you flew the swarm slightly differently, 3 K-Wings, they're going to have a lot of trouble encircling these swarm. They're going to cause a lot more hassle for those K-Wings. So I'd like to see the swarm versus the K-Wings, I think.
I would probably have to agree with you. Swarm versus a K-Wing would be very interesting in terms of how the K-Wing would play as well. Like, the K-Wing will have to really put it through its paces to be able to not only arc dodge, because they're very slow ships, K-Wings.
Yes.
However, they've also got to put through their paces in terms of just generally just trying not only to obviously trying to outlive 7 worth dice roll damage. That's the problem. Which is also the predicament that Toby is right now in. He's just got to figure out, right, do I go in as close as I can and try and go for it, or do I try and arc dodge? And I think he's just going to go straight forward and just go straight into it. I don't think he's finding too much trouble. He could go for a barrel at this point, but it's just depending on what he wants to do with Juno.
Yeah, so what it is, you've tried to fly Time Swarm once. I mean, they are very difficult when you start turning them. You have to be aware of the different banks and turns to sort of continue them in formation. So they do require a little bit of practice if you're flying them as close as James is.
It is going to be interesting to see how James does anything. It looks like that he's going for a target lock choice instead with Juno. Howl Runner. Very interesting to see how he's going to basically take place in terms of how he's going to try and get out of the predicament he's in. Because look at Vader. Vader's just going straight for it. He knows that he's not going to arc dodge any of this.
Okay, right.
This is going to either really make Toby or break Toby.
This could be MASH Central. I think the word of the day is MASH.
MASH is the big word of the day at the moment. So going to see Toby doing a barrel for his first Vader action. And I wonder what he's going to do with the second one. He hasn't got an engine upgrade, so he can't really boost towards them to try and avoid as many arcs as possible. So he's just going to go for the focus there, and I think that's probably arguably the best move he could make in that situation. Meanwhile, the Marek Steel doing a 1 bank to try and follow up.
What did I miss?
Toby playing very interestingly, deciding to go headfirst straight into all of the The Dark Lords fears not your swarm. All of them are deciding, you know what, we're just going to go for it. So
I'm not sure this is a wise move.
I don't know. This is what I was saying. I don't know if this was a wise move on Toby's part, but I think he's just going to go for as much as possible. He is firing the missiles. He's firing the missiles.
Firing the missiles.
Going for the number 3 Academy pilot there. I think he wanted to go for Howlrunner, but because that's why he's put Juno where he is. He knows Howlrunner is one of the bigger threats of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I completely agree. So it's unusual that Howlrunner is not placed in the middle of that swarm there.
But he is going to use the guidance chips to change that blank into another hit, and this is the power of the guidance chips with the ordnance. This is why it's making, in my personal opinion, making ordnance a much better thing to take these days.
So we've got 2 cancelled dice there. So that number 4, I believe, or was it number 3? Number 3 has taken.
Rex Steele gets to choose the damage card. Whatever number it was, it actually receives.
I believe it was number 3.
I do agree about that.
He has
So there's
got
3
choices
damage cards
there. A bit too bright to see what the cards say. Now he's choosing that the one on the left. So hopefully we'll be able to see what it is.
I can't really see that.
But that's a critical hit of some description.
It was critical hit of some description. I will just confirm what critical hit that was. If you bear with me 2 seconds.
Again, check which one Howlrunner is just in case.
Yep, that is definitely that one.
Okay, I'm just that he may have put it there in mistake.
No,
because to me, Howlrunner should have been in where 6 is, in my opinion. But that's wrong. And here we go with Deadeye. So, cluster missiles. Well, this is where the effect of being high pilot skill definitely comes into play.
So this will be a double attack on number 4.
Yes. Here we go.
We have well everything you need to have there, I believe. So
hit and crit, I think there. No, it's a focus result there. So it's 2 hits. 3 evades. Oh, is that 2 evades? Yeah. 2 evades. So unfortunately, the missile was fired all for naught, but there's a second attack in that, I believe, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yeah, here comes the cluster missile's ability.
Here comes Darth Vader again. 2 focus and 4 guidance chips. Change any of your dice to hits. That's again another 2. And of 2 focus results, well, there goes the penalty for number 4. Number 4 evades the entire attack. Okay, that was not so bad. Almost not so bad.
Number 4 survived the assault then.
He did, yes. 4 has survived. 3 is still taking that 1 damage, but there's still 1 damage at the end of the day, and you've got to accept that. That means Juno Eclipse, I believe, is the last one to fire.
Yeah, so she will be firing at who she has the target lock on.
Hello, Mr. Tanner. How's it going?
Hello. Right, so we can confirm that Howlrunner is the bottom right one.
All right then.
And the critical hit that number 3 suffered, I believe.
Yes.
It was a blinded pilot, which means he cannot attack.
You talked that one up.
So yes, no, it was blinded pilots, and he cannot attack. And he tries to make the attack using the target computer, which means he gets an automatic crit result.
And this is on Howlrunner. I would have thought she would have evaded it just through the skin of her teeth.
But this time a really interesting match. Do you want a chair, Mr. Tanner?
Oh, I've compared to myself here. It's fine. Had to make a ruling check as well, so that was interesting.
And here comes the onslaught of
here we go.
Here we go. Double blanks. Going for number.
Howlrunner rolls double blanks. Range 2, I believe, is that? Or was it range 3? Range 3.
Yep.
Another one. Oh dear. Focus result. Is he going to spend the focus?
Spend that focus to do it?
Howlrunner.
Howlrunner to do the rerolls. Yes. Rerolling 1. He gets a hit.
Then we can spend the focus.
There we go. Gets the double hits. That's very nice. But he does get 3 evade dice to try and avoid. 4 evade because it's range.
Darth Vader, unfortunately, only gets 1 result to that, so Darth Vader takes 1 hit to the shields and loses 1 of the shields. So, not too bad, all things considered. It's just 1 hit. Could have been a lot worse. But it's still, I wouldn't want to be Vader's shoes.
Yep, there goes. There goes that lovely shield. Such a shame.
Such a shame.
Number 3 is.
Number 3 is. They've obviously picked their target. Number 3 was obviously the blinded pilot, so he has to turn that face down.
There we go.
Point, which is why he's now checking just for the range 1.
Looks like they are within range.
Looks like a range 1 shot.
Here we go.
2
hits. Howlrunner. Here we go.
Blank again. So just 2 hits. He's got 3 evade dice. He's got 1. He managed to evade 1, but yet again taking another shield.
Darth Vader is down to only 3 hull points left, and you've got to wonder whether the swarm can actually keep up with his onslaught essentially.
Mm.
Number 5 now taking his turn to take a shot at the at the thing, and we're going for, I believe, a hit and a critical there. 2 eyeballs. Does he spend the focus? No, he doesn't have a 1 to spend, so he goes 1 damage. And if this is a direct hit, he is dead. Is it a direct hit? It's structural damage. He's alive. He's on 1 hull
Darth
remaining.
Vader is alive.
He's on 1 hull remaining. It's going to be entirely down to this last shot. Number 6 taking his shot now.
Oh no, we have 2 more shots.
Oh, we have 2 more shots.
Yeah.
Number 6. He hasn't rolled anything. However, he's
Runner.
now taking the shot.
And then he gets
the
to
hit.
focus up.
There's the focus. It comes down to this. Can Toby do it? I'm clenching.
Oh dear me.
Here we go.
Yay! Oh god, that was intense.
That
But we still got one more shot.
2 more shots. We've got number 5 to shoot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, number 5 hasn't shot yet.
I think
Number 4 has...
did shot, didn't he?
No, not yet.
He did earlier, didn't
There you
No,
go.
number
One hit.
4
he?
shot.
1 hit. Doing the Hell Runner.
Is that okay?
Getting a critical.
Just picking on Vader. And
I think he's done it again.
Vader.
No, Darth Vader has been removed from play.
Wow.
And that critical was experimental, I think. I
So,
saw EX.
yeah, so there is fortunately Darth Vader removed from play. Well, I think the Swarm is well and truly living on.
Yeah.
But this was the
Oh
thing
no,
that,
yep, that
but
was
this
right.
is-
Number 5 has it.
Yeah, this was the thing with this was the thing that we said though. If you try and face a swarm head on, you're going to suffer a lot of damage.
But then
He did have to take every ship to do it.
yeah,
Mm.
It was literally a lot of 1, 1, 1, 1, but
he did it.
he
Death
did
by
do
1,000
it.
cuts, essentially.
Yeah.
My now thing is I got bone to pick to T-shirt because
Oh no.
last year I faced him during the last Store Championships, if I remember correctly. Was it last Store Championships? And it was him who defeated my A-Wing list with a defender, no less.
Poor A-Wing list.
Mm.
Yeah.
You'll be happy though. Someone is playing Rage Tycho.
Yay! Yay! As the A-Wing guy, I approve this message.
1 Tycho with Rage and PTL. So hopefully you'll see that. Maybe we'll see.
Yeah, and so Darth Vader is dead, so I'm just going to put the overlay that says that he is dead all over there. So boom, there we go.
I think it's safe to say that we can now see that
Right,
that we're going to be 5. We're going to be 5K turns all the way for those TIE fighters,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Now here's where assault missiles would have been things a lot difficult for James should Toby have equipped those.
Yes, basically, if you've shot your assault missiles at number 6, and that would be literally everything in that range 1.
Audie Wiz was right. The jousting against a swarm was a bad idea. You don't joust with a swarm because
No, this is what I was saying earlier in terms of Toby decided to go head first right into it. It was like it's not the best move. You probably should have set up on the other side of the board, which means because obviously he's Python 1, he's going to set up his ships first, so you know where he's going to be. It would have been better just to set up on like either the middle or the other side of the board, away from him, so that you can come into a side angle rather than straight up joust. It's just not going to work.
No.
I can see what Toby's plan was. He wanted to go for the initial alpha strike with the missiles and everything like that. However, it just wasn't going to work.
It wasn't going to work, and it's one of those things that you don't plan for it really. And to be fair, Vader was going to go down, and of course, the most efficient ship in the game for jousting, I believe, is the TIE Fighter. It's what the general basics for jousting efficiency.
It was one of the best jousters of its time. It still is one of the best jousters of its time, especially when you can field it in mass numbers. But that's where its strength comes into practice.
I saw an article the other day that actually talked about that. The jouster is dead, long live the jouster. And you know what? I'm seeing this list, I'm thinking, you're wrong.
You're wrong.
Although number 4 is going to have a bit of a tough time here.
Yeah,
Yes.
number four, I don't think can do a barrel roll, so I think he's probably just going to go for
Are we?
He is going to... Okay.
I think he's thinking if he bumps, fine. But if he can,
Yeah, but he's going for the bump.
maybe he's
Did
going
he
to.
stress himself?
No, that was a 4 forward, I believe. No,
That's a mistake. That was a mistake. I mean, maybe.
Very big
Yeah.
on his part, but
because that means number 6 is also going to have a
it
problem.
means number 6 is going to bump. It also means
potentially,
Epsilon Leader is
Epsilon
going to
Leader
bump.
might bump.
I don't think I think he matters too much because just remember, Epsilon Leader is there. And Epsilon Leader at the start of the combat phase or at the end of the
Removes
combat
stress
phase
tokens.
removes all the stress tokens. So it's I think
It'll
he
still
sort
have
of
nothing to
kind
do.
of half predicted it, but also in some ways realized this is a mistake.
So are we? Is it Tom who's playing the Rage Tycho?
Yeah,
Your friends
Tom High. Thomas
Tom
High
High.
is playing
Ah.
Rage Taiko. He borrowed Rage from me to do it.
And he borrowed a lot of things from me as well.
he borrowed 2 water thrusters from me. So
I'm
he borrowed
hoping
them.
I'm hoping he does well. Tom's a good friend of mine.
Tom
as well.
is a very good
To be
friend
fair,
of
the
ours.
entire Axel group that kind of works here is very the kind of comes here every Wednesday is quite good and close.
We all root for each other in terms of how well we're organized. I mean, we always welcome new players and always welcome competitive players and,
And
stuff
people
like
from
that.
Virginia.
Yeah, I mean,
People from Virginia as well.
I've been wanting
Audio
to. I've been wanting to get a match with James for ages. I'm kind of disappointed I'm not flying Tom today, just because his last match was probably one of my best ever, and I would have loved my chance to kind of equalise against him.
Yeah.
And to be fair, he's a nice guy. James is a really nice guy. So
I mean, I do agree. We are looking at the
looking
tremendous
at-
car crash between
Look at that.
4-6 and the
That's a triple car crash. That is.
and in galactic news and the Hyperway, there's been a build-up for TIE fighters.
The circular road around the Death Star has been blocked by the
Juno doing that, displaying that skill with Juno's ability, doing the 1 hard there.
Not on her dial, but she can do it by doing a 2 hard turn, then downgrading it to a 1 hard with her ability. Very effective there. She's probably one of the most maneuverable TIE advanced in the game. In fact, one of the most maneuverable ships in the game.
Here's the thing: if you're not playing Engine Vader, then Juno pretty much is arguably one of the best TIE fighters in the game in terms of being able to move.
Or he also says, "Need to borrow big bad distress tokens? He'll need them."
Yeah. Sad, but hey, let's face it.
I used a D20 one.
I think the funny part, we have got 2 players. I think Tom is using a bunch of D6 for all his stress tokens on Tycho. He's taking 3 stress a turn with Rage and PTL.
Yeah.
And David, our good friend David, is actually using a D20 for focus tokens on a Moldy Crow.
Oh, that makes sense. I just have to admit, I've got green dice that I use for everything, but I want to get a red one just to kind of have that for stress.
Just for stress, yeah. Makes sense.
Anyway, here we go.
Here we go.
Oh,
the barrel!
No, that's Marek, I believe.
Oh, it's Marek. Oh, yeah, sorry, Marek. Sorry.
Marek's on the barrel.
Check this out. What an arc dodge, essentially.
Yeah,
He's
so
avoided 3 of the arcs. Admittedly,
He's caught in number 3, number 3
might have
arc,
to
and
mention
number
the tokens
5.
again. Sorry. So that's fine.
Yeah, he's caught in 5 and 7, 3 and 2 could all have a pop at well. There's a lot of fire still coming from that swarm, even though 3 of them have just smacked into each other.
This is when it quits being X-Wing and starts being Jenga. Pretty much. There is a huge...
You set them up and we knock them down.
Yeah, so Juno's got lovely... Toby's flown this disadvantage into an advantageous moment at the moment.
By stress.
Obviously, goodbye all stress for Epsilon
Only
leader.
for certain ones.
Missing on 2
3.
of them though, for
Yeah.
2, 5, and 3,
That-
because of that initial bump. That's obviously set him back a little bit, which means he's got to think about his next move.
Well, now the swarm has effectively been turned into 2 wings, with the wings that are now facing the engagement zone, and the others that are facing away from the engagement.
Not a bad thing. Not a
No,
bad
no,
thing
no.
at all. I mean, it's still quite punchy.
However, I do like the current
4, 6,
setup
and-
that Toby has right now. He has got the both arcs on Epsilon leader and on there it is. Here we go.
From Juno on Epsilon leader.
Yeah, saw this one coming. Has took that focus.
Holy
6 dice
moly.
with guidance chips. Let's see how Toby can display some damage.
Oh!
Didn't need to roll anything.
Wow!
4 evades. That's a dead. That's a very dead.
No, it's not. No, not 4.
Epsilon leader has 1 shield negated. He's alive by 1
One
health.
I think that's
Ooh.
crits. Just remember. So if any of those are direct hit, the shine. I think that's structural damage and
something else.
something sensor array.
Damage sensor.
Wow.
Damage sensor,
okay.
I think that's sensor array and the other one I said.
Now, what would you go for here? I mean, would you go for Marek? Yeah, sort of maybe taking out that TIE FO, or would you go
Taking
after
out
one
the Epsilon leader right now
Yes,
is
yeah.
a good decision on
Yeah,
his part.
yeah,
It
of
does
course,
mean
yeah.
he can definitely get rid of his ability to K-turn and stuff. So he
And
is
get
going
rid of
for that
stress.
initial. He is going for that range 1 hit.
Ooh.
That is 2 hits. He hasn't got the
Oh,
target.
he's evaded it. He's
Has he done
evaded it. Yeah. He's
One.
evaded it.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
No, he's dead.
Epsilon's down.
Bye.
Well, there goes the stress clearing part of this
There goes
swarm.
the stress
So now,
killing.
unfortunately, the support part of the swarm has been taken down.
One of the support
One of the
parts,
support.
because
Howrunner
Howrunner is still
a support
alive.
issue.
Not by much though. Howrunner's taking the first shot, going onto Juno there. Juno's still got everything on her, and a focus token as well.
Range 1 of the number 2 there. That's dangerous for Juno to be in. 2 hits from that Academy pilot. No, that's
Howrunner.
Howrunner. So that's,
Yep.
you can't use her ability, but that's 2 hits right there. And that looks
That's
to be...
one using the focus,
focus
2
now.
evades. Well played.
Welcome, Terrapin. Thank you for joining the stream.
This is working very well, guys.
This is working very well.
Mm.
I am half tempted to drop just to stay here.
No, you can't. You must go back to your
I'll go
game.
back to the game. Okay, fair enough. After this.
Well, look at that.
Oh,
Juno's
look at
surviving
that
again.
beautiful triple evade there by Toby's.
The Empire didn't assign any old pilot style killer.
No,
Juno
no,
Eclipse,
you
the best
know,
pilot they
Juno
have.
Eclipse.
7. I'm shooting at Marek Steele. Oh, 2 hits. Marek, can you get
Marek?
out of this?
No.
The triple blanks.
It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
It was bound to happen. Just a lot of damage there.
Well, there we go.
Afternoon to you, Terrapin.
Afternoon to you, Terrapin, as well. Yes, no, shield on tire foes is a godsend.
Just about in range 2.
2 crits, I think, is that?
That's
Didn't help them much in the movie. No. Oh, that's one evade. So he has lost another damage.
What is that? Direct
That is a crit.
Blinded
damage.
pilot.
Blinded pilot.
Oh, no.
He's already attacked this round, so at least next round he can. Oh yes.
No, one down. You got 2.
Oh yes, of course. Yes, you're right.
I
I think he took 2.
I'm not actually sure.
No, yeah,
we'll soon see
Okay.
anyways. We'll soon see anyways.
Yeah, if he goes down, we'll soon.
Yeah,
soon
if
see.
he dies, we'll see. However, there is no more attacks this round. I
Yeah.
do believe because everyone else
yeah,
is
that's
facing
right,
the
yeah.
opposite direction.
Number 3. Yeah. So everybody,
Yeah.
we're back to Daz.
That's Nars, and James has a lot of downs to plan. There's the thing with
It's not,
swarms.
it's not the fact that it's not a Darth fan. He's now going to really think about what he's going to do at this point because 2 of his TIE fighters are facing the wrong direction. And although he can K-turn with both of them, it may not be the best plan at this situation.
Audio Weasel, come on, Merrick, roll more paint.
I mean, I think maybe the what happened with number 4 and 6 here is actually going to play to James's advantage a little bit because now he can K-turn them.
However,
get
you've
them
got to
back.
wonder with the distance that a K-turn is, will that be out of range of the 2 ships that he wants to engage?
He is coming their direction though.
Hmm.
Toby has faced them that direction, ready to come in.
That is true.
He's going to have
And
to do something to clear the stress.
And Juno is already locked into doing a maneuver that will clear the stress. So it's going to really.
Marik's got the stress.
Marik's got the stress. Sorry.
I totally agree with you, Terrapin. I think this wave 1 sort of list, as I keep calling it, it's great to see it. It's one I've been looking forward to.
That is true. It's a wave 1 list with only 2
with the tire,
Tire foe.
yeah.
And the Raider stuff for the advance, which that came a bit later, but it's still good to see that wave. Now, if anyone watching X-Wing who's not played is like, should I get into X-Wing? I'm not sure about whether power creep's a thing. This is wave 1 stuff, essentially.
Yeah. Other than here's the only thing is obviously you have to buy 2 core sets, which obviously you
Yeah.
is Epsilon Leader in the core set or is
Epsilon Leader's in the new course.
in the new core set? Yeah. So
he's an
obviously
FR.
you need to get well actually no because Howrunner is in the other core set.
Interesting
I'll say
maneuver here. A 3 forward from number 4.
Yeah. No.
I would
To
thought
be
he was
fair,
K-turn, but
I agree about that, and there's a focus. Perhaps wanting.
No, that's an evade.
evade.
That's an evade.
There's an evade. You're right.
Very interesting maneuvers there by James. He's just I see what he's doing.
He's splitting up his
He's
ships.
splitting them up, ready to do a K-turn next turn. Probably the best strategy he can do right now because he couldn't K-turn unless he bumped again. So it's a way of basically avoiding further impact.
Yeah.
He knows they're the ones going to be running away for a while.
So he's got them evade to make sure.
Then here's now
number
the
2
interesting thing: are they going to fly past?
No, but yeah.
Because he can't do a 1 forward, he has to do a 2 forward.
Yeah.
Which means if Juno makes the right move right now,
There's a K. She may end up.
she may end up.
Well,
She
behind
can't
them.
K right
No,
now.
no,
She's
yeah.
got a stress.
Actually,
but
no, Marik can't K, but
Marie can't,
Marik
but
can.
Juno.
Marik can do a 3 forward and
Yeah.
end up behind number 5, or sorry, number 6 should say. Number 5 has just moved over there.
It's all about what Toby does in this situation.
Isn't
right
it just?
now.
Isn't it just?
He can avoid 2 lots of arcs right now if he plays this right.
The question is, where's 2 and 3 going to go? Where's Harunner and number 3 going to go?
Well, Howard is going.
2
shouldn't
forward.
really-
And then, ooh!
He's just realised the mistake he made. Yes. I was going to say, how is Howrunner moving forward before?
Yeah.
But no, he realised the mistake. It's okay. So
Although I would be concerned the fact that when he revealed he was pretty close to where Juno Eclipse is currently sitting.
so it's not the end of the world. It's
Ha-
fine. It does mean a bit of a frog leap here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Juno would have done a 2-turn, realised she's going to get blocked, do a 3-turn instead.
But then again, she's got to make sure she's giving enough room for Marek as well.
True.
So the 3 hard might not be the best decision here. In fact, I would possibly argue that a 3 bank into a actually no, doing the 3 if he does it right, the 3 hard into a barrel roll could potentially put him in a better position, which means Marek can then do his maneuver, which means it would give Marek enough room to maneuver forward and clear his stress as well.
Baby wings get revenge on some Regard.
But
No, James has played a good game.
James has played a good game. So has Toby. Toby, despite the earlier initial sort of questioning his movements, he has taken down 1 TIFO.
If there's anyone who can fly advance well, it's Toby. He was flying them before the Raider stuff came down. He knows how to fly time.
Ooh,
advance.
interesting. He's moving Marek first.
Yes, I would have thought.
I would have thought.
That's quite an indicator of where Juno may be going. Unless he may have made a mistake here, which may play to James' advantage.
It depends where Juno is going. He's doing a bang. As you know, he's doing a hard.
Ooh, I don't know what he's doing.
It looks like a hard.
I think he may have just realised.
He may have just realised that he's done it in the wrong order. Oh no.
Blast.
So here we go. Yeah, there. Oh, it's 2 hard. He would have done it as well had it.
Oh,
going to the 3 hard instead.
I don't
Can
think,
he do it?
No, I don't think he can. Shame really, because that was such a good play.
It would have been a good play had he done it.
Either way, though, he should not get
He's
shot.
doing a 3 hard. He's decided to opt for the 3 hard.
Better to bump into Marie than it's to bump into one of those ties, I would have
Yeah.
thought.
He doesn't. I don't think he entirely knows if he's bumped or not. So we'll soon see if he's managed to do it or not. He's very close though.
It's a close one. They're going to need to probably snook in
They are
about
snooking
number
a
2.
whole lot. There goes Hal Runner. There goes Marek Steel.
There's the ring
So
fingers
here
of
we
James.
go. Does he do it? Yay or nay?
Nay.
Because he's right
He
smack
is
bang on top
so
of it.
close though.
But he's
if
not
he-
going to get shot though. Whoops a daisy.
But here's the thing: I don't think he could have barreled either. He was way too close to
Yes.
the.
So I think then what happened? I think it's kind of better because I think he's going to end up just out of arc of both.
He's very close to arc in number 5.
Yeah.
He's out of arc in number 3, I think, from this angle.
This may be the best thing for him.
Yeah, he's got a nice arc in number 5 there. So it doesn't mean he can take an action, but it does mean he's put himself in a better position to do some good shots onto the Academy pilots. At least he doesn't get Hal Runner though.
As already said, if she clears, it's brilliant, and it would have been a brilliant plan. It just didn't fall that way, sadly.
Very Pac-Man. Yeah, very Pac-Man indeed. I'm talking about Toby's
base marker, yeah.
marker there.
So Marek Steel going for number 6.
Yeah, range 1,
makes
why not?
sense. He has got a Bay token, so he's got to take that into account. He has got the target lock on the wrong.
Advanced targeting computer.
Is he able to do the advanced targeting?
He's got a target lock on, which you can see. I've got the 6 over right now.
Oh yes, no, I see it now. It's because
Yeah.
you got the 6 over it. I couldn't see it.
Blanks.
Blank, but he does get
Blank hit, crit, and
results.
crit result as well.
Just remember, he cannot. Well, an interesting point to note.
1 of 8.
One of
and
8
token
and
as well.
a token as well. There we go.
Oh, well.
Well, it was worth the shot at least.
You've got to take the chance.
Got to take the shot if you can do it. At least he tried. However, now it's Juno, and Juno has now got the interesting motion of where does he go from here? He spent that Bay token.
Yeah.
Not quite range 1.
Not sure what he should. Is he take? He looks like he's taking the shot on 6.
I think it's because 6 no longer has the token to defend with. That's why. And there's the 1 here. I doubt that's going to do much. No, there we go. Now the question is, does James have any arcs on any of the ships here? I think
Only possibly range 3.
possibly 3.
He hasn't got
possibly
on 6 and
5.
4, and he definitely not on 7 and 3. It's 5 and it's a 7
5
and
and
2
3.
even. 7 and 2 even. But 5 and 3 are the ones that are really piquing the interest here. Of has he got the arcs on them? he's sort of indicating it. It looks like they've agreed that he's got the arc on Juno with number 5.
It looks like it from here.
It does.
It does
It
look a
looks
little
very
bit-
close.
Oh,
Here
Here comes the laser.
Here comes the laser. We can't see it because of the hand.
We will soon see if this is correct or not. It looks like,
Yeah,
there's
it's a
the
roll.
dice rolls. Looks like he got the shot.
Focus.
There is the focus
There's
token.
focus.
That's a
And
nasty
that's
damage.
nice.
memory. Ooh.
Nice 3 damage. Can Toby roll well enough to be able to evade this? Ooh,
Ooh, 2 evades.
2 of 8 isn't
That's
too bad.
respectable.
It's not too bad.
taking a shield from
Juno.
Juno there.
That's Juno
Very
Eclipse, right?
close.
Yep.
Has he got the arc line on that one as well? I don't think he's got the arc line on this one this time. Very.
Ooh, I think we may have a judged call here.
Oh, I don't know.
It doesn't look like it to me.
No,
No,
they're agreed,
there was not a shot, which in Toby's favour, that worked well for him.
Well, it was actually opposite what Terrapin thought. He said that 5 was out and 3 is in, which was the opposite of what we
Out of
got.
the way.
Don't forget,
Well,
though,
five was in,
Don't
three
forget, we
was
have a
out.
slight angle
Yeah,
for
it
camera.
was the angle. So it's not actually the angle on the camera. It's more of the fact that
It's
the
the
angle of Juno as well. The angle
Yeah.
of Juno kind of saved her in terms of being hit there.
In a way, crashing with Juno was better than crashing with Merrick, because Merrick would have been head on and 5 definitely would have had him in
Yeah.
or maybe even 3. So he kind of was lucky at that point, I think.
I think it's going to be K-turn central here.
It's gonna be definite K turns from 4 and 6. He's now got
But
him in a
Toby
position where-
knows this, so Toby knows what to expect. Now, if the 5, 7, 3, and 2 K-turn, if he gets a bit of distance, he should be able to just get a range 3 at most. Because the rules state that, well, if you check, a ship cannot escape its own arc. So if James knows that, he knows that if he K-turns, he's at least going to get something at range 3. I think how the 6 may get focused down upon by both the advances. Because, let's face it, both lost the ship, but right now, Toby's the one who's down on the deal with Darth Vader losing out to it. What is the current point cost of each list, gentlemen? Let's work that out, shall we?
So, I believe they're both on 100 points each.
They are both on 100 points.
We've already got Darth Vader destroyed, and I can already estimate that's obviously a third of the list gone.
Yeah.
However, Vader was the most expensive out of all of them. So, taking out Vader first worked well to James's advantage in terms of if this does go to time, if this does go to the point of no return, he's not got much. He's not got
much. Swarm tactics. What's
2
swarm tactics?
points.
2 points. Yeah, there you go. Swarm tactics. So James is actually on 99 points. So without Epsilon Leader, that brings it down to an 80-point list. And there's a lovely little K-turn there from number 7.
Yeah, all the TIE fighters have done K-turns currently.
As we suspected, they were mostly going to do K-turns at this point. They needed to get back in the arc. They're doing the usual jousting TIE fighters, and who could blame them? It's the best move that they can do right now.
It's almost like a sandwich, isn't it? I mean,
It's always like-
it's like
So
you've got
it's
the
turned
the bread on the top, you've got the TIE Advanced centre, and you've got the bread at the bottom, which includes a bit of Hal Runner crust.
That's an interesting way of explaining it. I like it.
And now I'm hungry.
Thanks, Gee. Such a star.
I want a Hal Runner sandwich.
Oh dear, but we kind of expected the K-turns coming from James.
Yeah,
there. It's kind of the move that basically puts. But he's now lost his team formation.
would you say that it's the TIE Advanced bread and butter?
Oh.
Sorry, the TIE Storm bread and butter, but yeah.
But after Elliot's terrible
Okay.
pun there,
It's all we've got. It's all we've got.
it's all we've
terrible
got.
puns.
It's all we've got terrible puns.
I'll be here all week, people. Good night.
Yeah.
And that was Elliot, ladies and gentlemen. But now I'm really keenly interested to see what
No, this is
Juno
going to be
and
interesting. Yeah. See what
Marek
Marek
do.
is going to do.
Marek's moving first.
Ooh,
Doing
baby.
the
He's
forward.
hurtling forwards, hurtling, I tell you. Has number
In
6
some
been
ways-
damaged? No, number 6 is still fully shielded, or fully hulled.
And now everyone misses Epsilon Leader and his Zen personality, as Audio Weasel says.
Yeah. To be fair, though, actually doing this is not a bad thing. He's trying to get close to the least amount of damage he can do while getting in a longer range from the majority of the damage. So he's getting further away from the 4 TIE fighters, getting closer to the 2 fighters. Yeah, he'll be range 1 shots on both, but it does mean he's going to be in a better position to do stuff. Juno doing the 5 forwards.
Wow.
Probably expecting the barrel roll at this point to get him in a better
Oh,
arc.
it's going to be a squeeze. It's going to be a
In
squeeze.
a big squeeze. He's not in arc.
It's on an arc. I'm not sure if he's allowed to measure that yet.
No.
But
Actually, I believe the ruling now is you're allowed to measure at any point.
oh, okay, awesome.
I was told this by another player because I thought initially you weren't allowed to pre-measure, but apparently you're not allowed to pre-judge your maneuvers, but pre-measuring is a little more acceptable.
What we're seeing here is although Juno has flown off the top of our screen, that's not the board because the top of the screen has about a gap of like 1 ship on here just because of the nature of the camera.
But Juno is at the top there. We can
Sure.
sort of see her.
James realised that both these are started at 99 points. Actually,
Oh, they're both 99 points.
both 99 points started out. With the loss of Darth Vader, that leaves 64 to Toby. So unfortunately, Toby is right behind.
Okay, oh my god, right, so we're seeing
Whoa!
a big attack, 2 evades, so we've just about, that little number 6 academy has survived the onslaught of Marek Steel, just.
Number 6 is just about
There
done.
is the damage.
Should be 2, there's another one.
And there's the crit.
And it is, something pilot.
So hold on a minute. Which one is
so he's attack at number 6.
number 2 is Marek,
attack,
right?
Yeah, and it's attack number 6.
He missed out on a chance here. Marek Steele's ability,
to
being
denote
able to
the crit,
choose
yes.
the crit.
Hold on,
So-
should I go and
No,
retract
no,
that?
we
or-
should allow them to play. That's all.
I agree about that.
It is a very sad and missed opportunity there.
Mm.
But
So 2 hits from number 6 on Marek Steel.
Yes.
we'll sort of inform Toby after the game, I think.
Oh,
Don't-
evade.
don't heal the,
blank. Oh
oh.
no.
Double blank with 1 evade, so that
Correct!
is select hit on Marek Steel.
Well, Marek was already. Well, Marek was on 2 hull left anyway.
That is exactly
was the-
what you didn't want on
No,
that.
that was. Oh, that was a big loss for Toby there. However, he's now checking on Juno.
Yep,
he
number 4 is
has
going to
got
attack
the
Juno. Oh,
Double
blank.
blank.
So yeah, the door swings both ways.
Oh dear me. So
However, number 5's got an arc now because he had to do that barrel roll.
focus.
Focus. Does he have a
Nothing-
focus? No,
no,
he
he's got
does. He
stress.
has.
Keep
He's looking for it.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh.
Arana, I
He's
think
got
he's
it.
just
He
that
has got it. He can reroll that blank
one
and get
hit.
the 1 hit. He's got 4 dice though.
And
Yeah,
no
easy
hit.
There's the event.
There you
There
go.
we go.
With insurance.
With insurance. Oh.
So with the loss of Marie, that unfortunately brings Toby's list down to 32 points. How can Toby come back from this?
It's
Well, I think safe to say
almost
he
not
can't.
he can't
possible.
because he's there like 1 versus
At
6.
this point, Toby's best thing to do is to just do as much damage as possible
And
is
try,
just
yeah.
take out as many fighters before he dies.
Mm.
Yes, no, I agree, Terraping. It is a shame he forgot Marek's pilot ability. It could have
It could have been-
possibly
it
saved
could have been
himself. It
direct
could have been
hit.
direct hit. What's number 6 on right now?
He's on 1, so if it was direct,
Yeah,
they
it
would
was
have
direct.
been destroyed.
Yeah, it was direct. Yeah,
maybe.
because it was direct hit, it would have destroyed him. I don't want to give him the bad news.
Yes, we are saying that Audio Weasel, but I think Toby has obviously forgotten that.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's one of those things that we
because I believe it's a May trigger as well.
yeah.
So he misses
Plus
out
also,
entirely.
as per tournament rules, as spectators, we're not allowed to interfere.
No,
Then again,
no.
as TOs, and then again, are we kind of? I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Well,
Here's
I've
the
been
thing.
TOing a little bit when I went out there. So,
Yeah.
It's a weird one. Are we overtaking our authority? Because is it a may or is it a must?
Well, we definitely.
I can
Either way, we
bring up the card, Elliot. See if we can find it here right
we
now.
either way we need to have some TOs for the regionals. I think.
When your attack deals a face-up damage card to the defender, instead draw 3 damage cards, choose one and
It
deal
was a
discard the other.
must.
It's a must.
Oh, well, okay, well, that's- Unfortunate, but this is where we sort of need judges for the
You just can't
regionals.
laugh. We're completely in another room.
Yeah, we're in another room.
completely
We're in
other
another
rooms of
room.
the table.
Yeah,
So-
We are in. There's a room between us and this other room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will just acknowledge the.
Yeah.
Should I just let?
Yeah, we aren't going to tell
Let
audio
them
with it.
know.
I'll
Let them know.
No, no.
I'll let.
Because it's a must. So it's one
I'll
of
let
those that must.
Jamie know.
But it is a must. It is a missed opportunity.
We'll let the tournament organizer know.
Yeah, Ninja Audio missed opportunity. There we go.
Anyway, so we're still waiting on Juno to flood back into into the screen. In a moment.
Unfortunately, with 6 TIE fighters bearing down upon Juno, I doubt Juno's going to survive much longer. Even with her extra maneuverability, I doubt she's going to do so well to avoid it.
No.
There's a barrel roll for number 5 to get a bit of distance and nearly off, well, not nearly off the ball, but off our screen. It is unfortunate that I wish we could get like a wall mount or a ceiling mount for the camera, because then we could avoid this whole issue. But it's one of those things. It's just the unfortunate thing. We stream this live, and there are problems with streaming things live.
Yes.
Unlike the lovely Team Covenant videos, which are edited in. Spent probably weeks being edited and such.
But we did do that last year, didn't we?
We did do a bit of editing last year, but that was more just because we lacked the people to do the commentary for that event. However, I actually
interesting to battle roll again. I would thought you would want to keep number 7 there just in case, to sort of as an insurance to keep Juno into arc.
Well, don't forget that 3 and 2 are probably going to move up there right now and block that gap between 6 and 5.
Okay, well, that's explained then.
Go on.
So we had a bit of an issue.
That's
why.
What's that?
It wasn't the fact that Marek didn't do his ability. It was the fact that he had the V token, so he wouldn't have taken the hit anyways.
Oh, okay.
However, also Marek shouldn't have shot that turn.
Oh.
He had a blinded pilot crit from earlier.
Ah.
So really, nothing happened.
All right.
Why?
It wasn't a missed opportunity at all. It was literally just because of the fact that there was a little bit of a miss.
Well, there we go. Nothing went wrong.
Nothing went wrong. It's all fine. It was just because from our perspective we were like, we should probably do something with this, but no, it's fine. It's all good.
At least we now know.
At least we now know. We can say it to the viewers. It wasn't a missed opportunity. It was literally just because things we couldn't see.
Well, in the last few minutes of this match, I think it's safe to say that Juno is pretty much...
Juno is cornered. Completely.
Nowhere to go. There's a TIE fighter in every direction.
Basically. So, it is... Yeah, it's all kinds of mess. All kinds of mess.
Yes, Rogue Golem. Basically, we thought there was a missed opportunity with Marek's ability. Turned out there was no firing at all. So
because of blinded pilot for Marek Steel.
Yes.
So everything was fine. Everything worked itself out.
Yeah.
As they usually do.
Hello, Groggy Golem. Yes, no, bit of a rules dispute. It's fine. It's all sorted. Nothing went wrong. It was just because we couldn't see what was going on because of our limited view of the board. Essentially,
we could probably set up right next to the board, but you'll probably hear nothing but.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a lot of people there. We have got
45 people in that room.
45 turnout today to our store championship. So
yes, that's true. Terrapingy should have probably put the crit token onto him. I mean,
as 3 X-Wing players, who honestly can put their hands up and say they've used those crit tokens?
I've never used them.
Well, that's what they're there for. They are
They
should be used. And I think we should definitely, for the regionals, maintain that these should be used.
Yes,
because they are part of the game and they will have assisted us in that instance.
I completely agree with that.
I completely agree. Right. Maybe we should start
enforcing
that into the play.
Okay, so
Juno there. Juno shooting.
Juno is shooting the number 4. So
taking a damage there by the looks of it. 1 damage and a crit. Is that enough to kill number 4? In fact, it was 2 crits and a hit.
Ooh.
Not even bad. I believe that was direct hit and something else, but that's
number
still
4 dead.
Dead number 4. Toby bagging himself some points, and this is what we said. It was basically a matter of time before Toby dies, so Toby's just going to have to kill as many things as possible. What
can shoot him? He can only 2 things could shoot him.
2 things can only shoot him at the moment, but actually no, 4 things can potentially shoot him depending on what the range is like. He does get more defense dice, but it depends on how well Toby rolls. That's a double hit there by looks of it.
No, because he barrel rolled with all these, so James doesn't have any tokens.
Oh,
yes.
No, he doesn't.
So, yeah.
Has he got the how about a reroll?
Yes, he does.
There we go, 2 hits. Boom.
Everything you didn't want it to be, a shield and 1 hit. 1 hull. And it's directed again. Oh, I know how he feels. I know how he feels, Mr. Turner, when I flew against you with my 36 Shades of Brown, and I kept getting crits, double direct hits, and it was just like the end of me.
So
I can
Juno is Juno's on one hull left.
I swear that there is a guy who, whenever I play X-Wing, the minute my back is turned, he switches my deck with nothing but direct hit.
It's like a little leprechaun that's on his heels on the table and just goes.
So, number 7 shooting
I
at
call him
Juno.
Gremlin. There you go.
Juno easily evades that one.
And there we go.
Don't be putting his hand up. It was you. Toby needs new green dice. I believe so. Toby's damage deck hates him. To be fair, my dice and damage deck hate me today as well, so I completely feel for him on this one. He is still alive, though. He is still hanging in there with Juno.
Someone go buy Toby some more green dice.
And a new damage deck.
And a new damage deck, yeah.
I've got plenty. I've got like 2 damage decks.
Do you guys think he can take out one more TIE fighter before he goes down?
If it's number 3, he could. Potentially number 6.
I think he's got a potential on number 3, number 6.
Don't forget, he fires first in all his instances.
He definitely ain't getting Howlrunner anymore.
He ain't getting
far
Howlrunner,
away.
yeah.
He did try getting her earlier, but it just missed out, sadly. Number 5, he definitely isn't getting.
Dealing with the second support would have helped a lot with this list. It's nice to, once again, see the TIE Swarm doing so well as it is in this stage of the tournament. And also the meta, because that's wave 8.
Yeah.
Wave 8 and still wave 1 is still viable, more or less.
Excellent. I love
Pretty
it.
much every wave is
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. Unlike Attack Wing, where you've got Ferengi ships we can't even use. Sorry, I'm getting in the wrong game now.
Still a bit bitter.
It's just there are problems with that game, and I'm not gonna get into it. It's proposed discussion after a later time, but yeah. Here we go. So
here we go. Let's see how well he's predicted the movement.
I
Interesting.
think he's trying to catch
He's
the distance.
predicting that Toby will go for a complete and utter
Fly away.
tactic.
Or is he setting number 3 up as bait? That's the question.
I don't know. It's an interesting predicament. I want to know what number 6 is doing. Oh, bit of a budge at the camera there, or the board, I should say.
And there goes 6 with a turn to try and engage. Probably going to barrel roll to try and block Juno's turn if she were to go in turn.
Hey guys, we can see Juno now because they knocked the table.
Hey!
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There's the barrel roll. That's a
Try to
predict.
block Juno there.
He's
Good
probably blocked the 1 and the 2 turn. A 3 turn probably would
Here's
clear
the
that.
thing. He predicted the 1 turn, but to be fair, he can just go for a 2 turn or a 3 turn instead. That's the excellent thing about Juno.
He's about to squeeze number 5 in there. How long on the
5.
clock? We're a bit unsure at the moment, Terraping. We don't actually
I can
know.
check for you if you want.
Please
Yeah.
do. So with 68 on James's list, so Toby can't equalise, but he can definitely do some damage. And there's 6 covering the arcs from where he predicts number 5 covering the arcs. Where number 6 blocked potentially, and there's number 7 again covering the arcs. Very good use of the swarm there. 5 straight from Juno is what Terrapink predicts.
I agree.
There's a 2 bank. So we have great arc coverage coming from all the ships. Wherever Juno is going to go, she's going to get fired at by something. So that's unfortunate. But it's just how the cookie crumbles, as they say.
I mean, I'm considering to fly this similar list in the regionals just for a laugh. Not even really to win it, just to get him annoyed with people.
Juno is extremely hard to block. However, by putting yourself in a position where you block, you stop her from doing that maneuver. That itself is still blocking in a way because you're limiting the number of moves you can do, Weasel. But you won't block
But
her.
as predicted, Juno is hurtling forward with a 5.
Unfortunately, she can't escape her own arc, so 5, 7, 2, and 3 will get a shot on her. It's a case of can Juno survive?
Most likely.
She's a
How about a shot on
There we
Juno? Is it just about range 2?
Just about range 2. Time on the clock, Mr. Turner.
About 20 minutes left on the round.
You've got 20 minutes left. Wow.
About 20 minutes left.
I don't think we're going to need 20 minutes.
How bad did it go? Oh, he did go for the
Double hit.
He did go for the
4
run
dice
away.
from Toby. He's evaded it, so there is the first little bit done.
That's 1. Now for the
Number
other 5.
is going to have a crack at. Oh, I can't see
I
what
can't
they
see what that is now.
Doing the
How about a
reroll.
reroll? Nothing
Blank.
on that.
Just one
hit. Oh! Oh! Using the evade token.
Toby's
Number 3.
number 3.
Strip down Juno now. All
There's the
this
range
one
2.
hit is needed. I want to reroll if needed,
Oh,
but
there's
no.
3 hits.
And
One.
it is it.
No,
That
that's
was wrong.
it.
Juno
That's
has
it.
a-
There's James. Last hit.
Someone go and Tipex those
Oh.
unpainted dice on, would you please? So yeah,
Critical as well, just to add
Yeah.
insult to injury.
well, there we
Salt of a
go.
wound. Oh
Well,
dear.
That was
Well,
Juno Eclipse.
There we have it, guys. The TIE Swarm is a viable list.
It's
Yeah.
still a viable list. In fact, Epsilon Leader makes it a little bit more stronger because if they can
Even
joust,
more viable now, yeah.
and it gives them the ability to take away those stress when they do K-turn.
Which usually you don't see like an 8 Academy Swarm list because
It's, sort of, it's more of it's a 7.
Yeah,
isn't
but
it? So-
7 is still good.
Mm.
And with Absolute, you have more supply. It means also you're diverting your enemy attack so that not just not going to focus on Hell Runner. There's also Absolute is quite dangerous as well.
Yeah.
It's quite a good Swarm list.
And,
actually.
19 points, like you said, for Epsilon Leader. So
I
that's
will
a decent
point
amount
out
of
he is one of 2 players playing a swarm today that I've seen. The other person is one of our locals that comes down every now and then, Hedgehog.
okay.
And he's playing a interesting TIE Swarm that involves Black Squadron pilots,
Mhm.
a mix of Black Squadron and Academies. The Black Squadrons have all got Crackshot on them, and he's got Wampa.
Crack Short Swarm.
Crackshot Black Squadrons. I think there's
Interesting.
four Crackshots, and then 2 Academies.
Mhm.
So I think it's a 7 or 6 TIE Swarm, other than James's one. It's a very interesting concept on a TIE Swarm as well. Being able to have, obviously, pilot skill 4 TIE fighters
Yeah.
with Crackshot, which obviously ignores and evade when you hit. So, interesting tactic.
Yeah. Well, should we have an interview, guys?
With James.
Which
Yeah,
we think,
with,
winner or loser?
I don't think
I
Toby
would
would like
like
to be
to
interviewed.
I
We'll
would
go for
like to
winner.
hear Toby's opinion,
Okay.
actually, personally.
Okay, let's get Toby in here. Maybe
I
maybe
will
we can get
That's
both
right.
in at some point.
Oh, so, yeah, cool, thank you.
I'm just going to get some probably some.
Oh, I'm going to sit down for a minute, especially since I've got my round. After
What
now
about-
a sort of break, isn't it?
Yes, I think we have an hour break. So
No, we're not. I haven't got an hour break.
Oh.
No, very smaller than that, actually.
20 minutes, half an hour.
About 15 minutes,
Oh,
actually,
wow.
for a lunch break. Yeah, so after the round's finished, we then get 15 minutes, and that's it.
Well,
And
that's
then,
something. Well, I can definitely be preparing because I'm not going to go to the I'm quite.
Yeah.
I'm not very hungry. But Mr. Turner, I just want to, while we were waiting, thank you for coming in and
No,
more
it's
colour to this commentary.
more than welcome.
Um,
As I said, half tempted to drop and just come join, but
you'll be more than welcome, but it's it's your game. You know?
yeah, I've not been doing well today, to be
I-
honest.
Well, you
I've
know,
not been doing well. My luck has been
I know
terrible
that you and I were
today,
talking at 2 o'clock in the morning, last night.
because I was
Um,
still debating what was going to fly, and I
Yeah.
had no confidence. I hadn't had any practice, and I was just like, you know what? I don't know if I want to do today. And I come in, and it's just proven me right. And it's just, oh no.
Our regionals,
But-
would you maybe interested in joining me and Ross in the booth here? at the
We'll see. Obviously, as I said, I may be a runner or a judge.
To be
I mean,
fair,
I've been asked.
you've been doing a running job for.
Yeah, I've been doing a
last
red judge
one.
today. So I've been running today. I've been asked a couple of questions in terms of like cards as well. Asked about Arcanal Jacks and focus spending rule check
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's
today,
actually
so-
it's funny the audience says Crackshot Swarm is definitely a thing to fear. Funny because when I talked to Hedgehog just as I was going past him quickly, he apparently is not doing too well in the tournament right
No,
now.
he's not at the moment. His luck is just as bad as mine today.
Oh, apparently.
Which is a sad. Which obviously this is the game, guys. Sometimes you'll have games where you do completely well, you roll perfectly, and your flying is spot on. For me, my flying has been spot on. I can't argue that I've flown any worse.
but your
But
dice.
dice and damage deck, like we've seen in this game as well for Port Toby, dice and damage deck. This is still most, or I should say half. Probably about 45% of the game is luck.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that's a very people who criticize this game say that's a bad thing. So, for example,
I disagree,
I
yeah.
disagree. But hear me out. A lot of people who play attack wing say they prefer attack wing because you can mitigate your luck with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And you're rolling so many dice, you have to worry about rolling blanks. But with an X-wing, people they call it space Yahtzee, which I disagree with heavily because it's one of those things. Hello guys.
Oh, we've got both
Both of them in
here.
here.
Hello.
Hello.
Come through.
Welcome through. Says welcome. This is Toby and James in the room with us, commenting on the game. It's an interesting thing. What did you guys? How did you guys feel when you were initially coming up to the table?
Oh damn!
Pretty much.
I saw three advances and was worried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well kitted out advances as well with
Yeah.
the ordnance as well.
Oh,
And
yeah.
that is such a good list, Toby. It just unfortunately, I think where you kind of, if I may, we criticise is tackling it head on. I think that was kind of it was.
I could see what you were going for. You
Yeah.
were going with the initial alpha strike on the ordnance and try and kill as much as possible.
Yeah,
but-
that was the general idea. Unfortunately, yet again, the audience let me down.
It happens. Dice are
even with guidance chips. It
yeah,
just, you
even
know,
with guidance, you can only mitigate so much.
You got
That's
to
the
look back to
thing.
the Punisher list last time.
well, that's not things. So, where do you think was your turning point in the game for both of you?
I think if I could have kept the second advance alive for a bit longer, then I could have done some more damage.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
with the advanced targeting computers.
Yeah, if you hadn't received that blinded pilot, you probably would have been all right and may have destroyed number 6 and got that down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I was interested to see you turn up with Swarm, actually. I thought we were going to see Panther being on Whisper from you.
I've been playing Swarm in ages, so I thought, well, why not?
It's doing well for you. I mean,
we were commenting that it's quite fascinating in a game that's had 8, that's now up to wave 8, that essentially two wave 1 lists are still very viable. Okay, you're Epsilon leader, but that's not really a big
It's only
change.
just like tweaks.
It's a
It's
slight
only-
tweak.
yeah,
And,
one
you know,
thing that basically acknowledges a problem with TIE
Swarms.
fighters
Yeah.
and swarms in general. Because if you're jousting, obviously stress is a big thing, but with Epsilon leader, you're getting rid of that. One thing I will comment on, K-turns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That initial flash in the middle there,
That didn't quite work as planned.
That's one of the reasons why I went head on with it. I thought
Yeah.
if I can force him to bump on the K-turns, I can split the swarm up,
Yeah, and you
divide my
managed
target, and
That
Yeah.
definitely worked to your favour. That was a good turning point for you.
I think just, you lost Vader too early. That was
Yeah.
the big thing. And he managed to engage you quite quickly. You managed to get your cluster missiles off, but they failed you dramatically in that volley. Proton rockets worked well for you. The
yeah.
advanced Hummer rocket did wonders for you.
Yeah, I was
It's-
to say,
yeah.
I did actually toy with the idea of having rockets on Vader instead of the cluster missiles, but it was that gamble for low agility ships, like coming up against big things, the ability to roll 6 attack dice against something.
It's just
Um,
nasty.
Sometimes it's
Sometimes
really nasty.
2 attacks is better than 1 big attack
Yeah.
in terms of doing enough damage.
Especially with the guidance chips now,
Yeah.
it gives you the advantage to go, actually, I've got 2 this time, I'm not going to use it next turn. If I miss completely, I can at least
Yeah.
get with 1.
Definitely.
So,
Yeah.
Guidance chips, one of the new cards come out from Wave 8. How did it work for you?
really good. I'm really liking it. It's really changed Ordnance. To be honest, if I was flying my list from last tournament with the 3 Punishers, probably would have made a big difference to Redline.
Definitely. Any other questions, Mr. Elliott?
Come against A-Wings yet?
No, not yet. I've not met any A-Wings, luckily.
We'll see if we can fix it.
I'm just saying that if I'd have flown my Interceptors, that would have been probably a different story.
Very different game, because you would have done a lot of arc dodging and stuff
Yeah.
like that as
Out
well.
of, I was saying with that, out of everyone I know, I don't really know how you play. I don't see you in like a. Where is it you play casually, if I'm asked?
At home.
Just at home.
Yeah.
That's quite incredible to come to an event and actually do so well. That's quite an achievement. You fly advance and interceptors a lot. You know your things when it comes to those things. So if anyone could take on a swarm with advance, it's you. And you did. You destroyed 2 and you got 1 down to 1 hull point left. So
In fact, you got 1 down to 1 hull point, 1 down to 2 hull points from what you saw. You sadly missed out on Howl Runner on that initial attack with Juno, I
Yeah.
believe.
I felt very
Um,
lucky keeping Howard.
That was-
pretty much the whole game, because
they
she's
were-
always the first.
Yeah.
They were my 2 targets,
Yeah.
Epsilon Leader and
they
Howard.
always are, because how Runner affects the entire list, essentially.
Yeah.
Howl Runner affects the entire list.
But
Absolutely
by-
affects the entire list.
By her surviving and then me splitting them, it gave me a lot of slack because she wasn't getting the rerolls against with every single top.
Yeah.
So
That was a
was
good
the
turning point for
divide.
you. It was just a shame.
That was
divide and conquer. But
that was a
Divide.
very entertaining match to watch
Yeah.
for both of you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this interview now, so you guys have got a bit more time to go and get some lunch because you've got a lovely lunch break.
Nice, because I'm hungry.
So well done,
Cool.
guys.
Thank you very much
Best
for
of luck for
coming.
the rest of the tournament. So yeah, good luck to both
Nice
of
one.
you.
Cheers, guys.
Cool.
Cheers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Well, I guess it's also time I say goodbye.